We seeing the genetic weaknesses actually impacting the youth more. It's children coming out with tumors now, born with leukemia. It was shit that we ain't never seen in our lives. So we are genetically being weakened. But again, it's through the food, it's through the radioactive frequencies, through the EMF frequencies. We haven't even talked about the cell phone and just how cancer is causing is the cell phone. Just by having your cell phone in your pocket increases your risk of cancer by 34 to 60%. Having it on your head, that's why I always speak on speakerphone. The phone, the EMF frequency that operates off of a cellular phone is called radio frequency, right? They use radio waves. Radio waves is used to boil water. That's how you heat up your food in a microwave. It don't heat up the actual texture of the food. It heats up the water molecules inside the food, bring it to a boiling temperature, then it beeps. Bing! That means your food done.
When you put it in the microwave, you see that it heats up not from the outside in, as you would expect, if it were just absorbed in the microwave, but rather from the inside out.
And this is because water absorbs microwaves.
You don't realize the functionality that just happened there. The radio frequency waves shot through the molecules, the water molecules of the food, and it boiled it. It literally fried it, and that's what made your food warm. The same exact radio technology is in your phone, these same radio waves, and you putting it up to your head. Do you know your brain is 93% water? Your brain, 93% water. They call them ventricles. Inside these ventricles is pockets of fluids, or a cerebral spinal fluid, but all this water in your brain. And then you get this microwave that you call a cell phone and you put it on your head. And we're not realizing when you keep doing this day in and day out, or you got your face this far in your phone, or you got your phone on your vagina, or you got your phone in your bra, you got your phone in your pocket next to your prostate or your ovaries, we are heating up the actual H3O water molecules in our body. We're not realizing that this stuff is a big factor in causing cancer.
So for now, when you get on your cell phone, make sure that your cell phone is always on speakerphone and at least 3 feet away from your actual head. Whenever you want to put your phone down, instead of putting it in your pocket, instead of putting it in your back pocket by your prostate, by your ovaries, by your reproductive organ, instead of sticking it in your bra, by your breast, and by your heart, don't ever put it on your persons unless you have a radiation EMF protector sleeve. And you can put the phone into the sleeve, and then this sleeve will actually stop the emission or the emitting of radiation and EMF frequencies from penetrating your cells and having that cancer causing factor on the body. Another thing too, whenever you have your cell phone plugged up, never speak on your cell phone when it's plugged into the wall outlet, whether it's on speakerphone or not, because it increases the radiation and the radioactive frequency plus the EMF frequency coming from the phone by 200%, family. So if your phone is plugged up, then always keep it away from your persons until it's fully charged. Another thing is when you're going to sleep, do not sleep with this radio microwave that we call cell phone by our heads. Don't sleep with it in the same bed as you. If you can, turn your ringer up loud just in case of emergencies, and you put that phone outside of the room door. Make sure that your head is not facing any wall outlets. All of these things causes and it increases the risk of brain cancer, neurological obstructions, and just different type of internal organ cancer, family. Stay away from these cell phones and try to limit the use of cellular phone use as much as possible. Food that's good for pulling radiation out of the body. For one, we have to talk about sulforaphane. Sulforaphane is amazing. It comes from the cruciferous vegetable family. I think that you need to get it from your actual broccoli sprouts. Broccoli sprouts have more sulforaphanes and glucoraphanins in it than any other vegetables on this planet. And this thing literally will whoop cancer, and it literally isolate and open up the NRF2 pathways to get rid of any radiation that's within inside of the cellular mechanism and within inside of the bloodstream. Another thing is focus, or what we call bladderwrack. Bladderwrack have a way of literally isolating radiation and chemotherapy, basically initiating or stimulating what we'll call the so-called immunological system, or what I call the lymphatic system, and it phagocytoses the actual radiated cells or the malignant cells, and it get them out of the body along the meridian pathways through the lymphatic system and out of the kidneys. Another one is astringent fruits. Astringent ginger fruits detoxify the body. It kicks on glutathione and it literally detoxifies the entire cellular structure. So if you do all these things that I just told you, these things will not only decrease your risk of cancer, but it'll also start initiating detoxification factor on the body, and you will not have to deal with these things anymore.